Welcome, welcome, welcome. This wonderful leadership roundtable discussion is going to be catered by Natan Verhofsky and hosted by America's #1 vitality guru, Mr. Rico, right here. For gentlemen that have been doing this for more than 40 years, who have won gold and silver Olympics at the Senior Olympics and medals, and who focusing on committing ageless living lifestyle, more than 28 other books, public speaking, and whose chronological age is 81, but his fitness age is 35, I bring you someone who's going to be able to share some very, very cool insights tonight. We're putting on a recording so that we can share to an even wider audience. Everyone that comes here tonight is able to absolutely access this information, share it with their communities. And the reason that we invited all of you is because we believe that you are at that height of your personal community, and that you're beyond just getting a customer list, and you're into a place where you're trying to grow and cater and really foster those extra areas in community that happen when we reach out to others. So this is that chance, like the proper word in Greek, symposium, where it's supposed to be leaders that get together and share incredible ideas. And so tonight, let me get that party started. We've introduced the wonderful Rico. Rico, add some meat to the bones of what I just gave you as an introduction, and then give us your insight, please.
Okay, just 1 minute. Is that what you're saying? A quick one? Okay.
You can do it.
See if I can do it in 1 minute.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, I've had the good fortune to be a personal trainer and health coach for over 42 years. And in that time, I was able to develop what I call the ageless living lifestyle, which is a complete mind, body, and spiritual wellness a system of proven strategies that I believe will give everyone the best opportunity to avoid disease and old age and live a much healthier, energetic, long life. And I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to do that. Would you? Absolutely not. Yes. And so I would say that, well, I know we have lots of time to go into more, but I think that the biggest insight that I have had is that, we all want to be successful in every aspect of our life, right? And so I think the #1 foundation for being highly successful is to have lots of energy and to have good health, because it takes lots of energy and good health to be highly successful in every aspect of your life. So my goal is to get people to realize that you need to make your health a #1 priority.
I like that. I agree. All right, pick our next victim. I mean, volunteer. Sorry.
Let's go with Denise.
I'm Denise Stegall. I am the longevity concierge. I live most of the year in Rochester, Minnesota. And then when the weather gets cold, I scurry out of here and go any place warm. So quite like Rico, I am a health coach and a life coach. I started feeding people when I was 11 and realized that eating real food, cooking at home, and bringing people around the table can change lives. And through my book and speaking engagements, I've guided dozens of women and a few smart men, and thousands more through talks and all that kind of stuff to change the trajectory of their health. I mean, so many of us in the Western world are just, by the time we're 50, we're a mess. And my goal is to help people realize before they are a mess that we can change the trajectory of their health, lose those stubborn pounds because we know they're there, increase energy, and really acquire a positive intelligence, a positive mindset to live better, longer, and still enjoy dessert.
Oh, what a twist. I like this. Okay. Your insight?
So my insight truly is, and it's not just, I mean, I'm going to say this and everyone's going to go, carbs get a bad rap. And bad carbs should get a bad rap, but the good carbs are always pushed in there. And our body needs carbohydrates, and specifically, the eat real food ones, the fruits and the veggies and the whole grains, those things that our body actually can take the nutrition from. But so many people are afraid of them because of things they've heard and diets that are out there. And so I really just try to help people understand that carbs are not your enemy.
I like that. That's very cool.
Yes.
Wonderful. I watched a video where it was showing a young Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 70s. And he was in the coolest way explaining how you can't gain muscle if you don't take carbohydrates. You're being silly. You just clearly don't understand how this works. And that was very cool. Wonderful. Denise, pick the next volunteer.
Let's see. I'm going to go with person who is right down below me, and that is Mr. Scott Connell.
Okay, give me 1 second. Just go outside 1 second. I can hear better outside.
Scott's has got this whole Blair Witch Project thing going on where we're just like walking with them going, oh crap, don't get killed, Scott, don't get killed. All right.
No worries. Well, I know this is more of a health and fitness type of call, but I've got something to offer anyway. My main business is electronic pest control, and what I do specialize in is to get rid of rats, mice, cockroaches, and a whole bunch of other things without the use of pesticides and toxic poisons. And when it comes to health and safety for your for yourselves, your family, your pets, and also the environment, the less pesticides and toxins that we use, the better it is. And with my products, it's the only one in the world that's actually been scientifically tested to prove its efficacy. And it's not like all the other cheap ultrasonics that you see on the market that basically do very little, if at all. And I do both residential and commercial. And for the last 30 years, we've had a vision to try to protect the environment and to, in a way, get rid of the annoying God's creatures without killing them.
I like that. All right, share an insight. That's very cool.
Thank you.
What do you want to share as an insight?
Oh, sorry. What did I share as insight? Don't know really. Well, the only thing I can say is watch this space. The best is yet to come. It's already in the works.
Oh, I like that. I like that, in all honesty.
And another reason why I wanted to jump on the call too is because basically I live in pain every day. So I'm very interested to listen to Rico talk, because I had an injury many years ago, and I've been in pain ever since. So waking up every morning, not feeling the best, isn't the best way to start your day. I can assure you. But it's something that I live with, because I don't take anything for it. Painkillers and that don't work anyway, so why put it in your body? So I'm very interested in how this call is going to go.
Wonderful, sir. You're exactly the kind of person that we're hoping to see if we can give a little bit of benefit to. And if it makes sense, by the end of the call, by all means, book a one-on-one with Rico, have that, and see if there's a way to shed some light on that, because it sucks. There's no reason to live in pain. It just robs you of the joy of what being alive is about.
Cool.
I'm with you, brother. Awesome sauce. Pick somebody else.
I might pick myself and go again. No, I'm just joking. I can't read, but I haven't got my glasses on. I'm on
Oh, no
face,
worries.
so I can't
Do you
read.
want me to pick for you?
Please do.
Not a problem. Let's go, ladies first. Gloria, come on over.
Hi, folks. My name is Gloria. I'm based in San Diego, California. And as far as mission goes, I'm a business services consultant. So I help small and medium-sized businesses accelerate revenue, which is a really fancy way of saying, optimize operational efficiencies and see where we can increase revenue in as short a time as possible. I joined because when Denise was speaking, I'm not quite in my 50s, but after spending 20 years in a very grueling profession of high-tech sales, I am sleep deprived, I'm overweight, and I know what to do, diet and exercise and nutrition, but it's the actual doing where I struggle. I would say my insight, being an up-and-comer in a very high-paced industry, I wanted to be successful. And so I asked my boss, the VP of sales, hey, how can I be successful? He said, oh, Gloria, people overcomplicate success.
Mhm.
He says success is meeting or exceeding expectations consistently over time. That's it.
That's it.
Go do it and be consistent.
Yeah.
And I think his advice was spot on. And I went from an account executive to a global VP of sales at a $500 million company in 10 years. So I think there's something to that. There is the flip side where I did not take care of my health as a byproduct of the grind. But now as a consultant, I do have that freedom to be able to choose when I work and how I spend my time.
It's the best feeling, isn't it?
It is. It
When
is.
when you look like when you're 100% great with how you spend your time and how you make your money, and you're comfortable in your own skin, it's incredible. Thank you so much for being open and honest and transparent and sharing and being courageous enough to do that. Not everybody is. Most people are like, I'm impenetrable and I'm bulletproof and I'm wonderful and everything's super wicked awesome sauce. And I'm like, yes, it is in many, many levels. But if we can't humble up enough to empty our cup just a little bit, know that there's a little bit of room for improvement or growth, it's not good. So
Yeah.
good
No,
for
but
you, Blair. Good for
my
you.
father taught me at an early age, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room.
You got a good dad. I like that. Awesome. Pick the next person. That's great.
I'll just go clockwise here. David.
Hi, I'm David Medansky. I live near Phoenix, Arizona, a little town called Waddell. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I was fit and trim. However, like most people, life gets in the way with work responsibilities and family obligations. I got my wake-up call in July of 2016 at age 61 when my doctor told me, based on my lab results and that I was fat, I had a 95% chance for a fatal heart attack. So he gave me two options: lose the weight or find the new doctor. He strongly encouraged me to find the new doctor because he had been after me for 8 years to lose the weight. And if I did lose weight on a diet, I gained it all back, sometimes even more. This time was different. The light bulb went off, and during the next 4 months, I shed 50 pounds, which was 25% of my total body weight. More importantly, I've kept it off. And then in June of 2022, at age 67, I hiked up Mount Kilimanjaro. I started going back and reading my books from the 1970s by Jack LaLanne, Paul and Patricia Bragg, William Duffy Sugar Blues, and Richard Simmons, and realized they were talking about basic concepts. Then I was reading books from current authors, and they were talking about their supplements, their products, their methods, and their programs, and made it sound like if you didn't invest with them, you'd fail. I thought something is wrong. So I started writing some books, and my fifth book, Jaded Health, is coming out in October. And my mission is to help organizations, companies with between 50 and 150 employees improve their health and wellness programs so that they can reduce stress and burnout for employees, which reduces absenteeism and turnover, which therefore increases the bottom line for the company. The insight I had was similar to what Gloria said, is we all know what to do, we just don't do it. And that's where I help people figure it out. So I'll go with, when we're younger, we sacrifice our health in pursuit of wealth. And then when we're older, we sacrifice or spend our wealth in pursuit of health.
That's very true. We do. We spend our time and energy getting the money, and now, oh crap, I need to spend the money to get my time and energy back. Damn it. Yeah. Well done. David,
Thank
pick
you.
the next victim.
Sid.
Can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me?
We got you.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Sid Anderson, hailing from Chicago, Illinois. I don't know where to start. There's so many brilliant people here. I was hoping to be a fly on the wall, but I guess I'll participate. I'm pursuing my lifelong passion, and that is community wellness, especially in light of the horrors that were being inflicted on us in modern times, our modern day ills. And that's from everywhere from Mexico to my friends in India to here in the West, in the United States, where the average American is consuming 250 to 350 grams of carbs a day. I'm with Denise. I believe that carbs are a part of anything. You're eating vegetables and fruits. I eat a wide variety. However, it's only in the last 3 or 4 generations that this has started to really take its toll with the advent of the ultra processed food, creating what do you call it, hyper palatable products that are more addictive. And then substituting those carbs for the protein requirements that tends to throw us off in terms of our food cravings, things like that. So these are things that I've always studied. My background was in chemical engineering. I almost went to med school until I found out that allopathy didn't address the causation of illness through lifestyle. And then I moved away from that, worked in oil and gas, did a number of things. But from 1990 to 2006, I returned to my roots, owned a personal training franchise here in Chicago that lasted for 16 good, hard years. At 16 years of 5% body fat, guys, I wouldn't recommend it. It's like being a professional athlete with no breaks. You're never off season. But anyway, I'll get back. What I'm doing now is I'm bringing my life experience together, and I'm exploring, as well as creating a community of like-minded specialists, scientists, clinicians, and doctors, especially here in the United States, where we can share information on how best to unlock the key of changing our behavior, our lifestyle, capturing it in a way that's joyful and in a way that after you get over the initial burden of forming a disciplined habit, you can really experience the joy of progressing and sharing it with others. The things that make them hate us when we're out running and we're saying hi to our neighbors, they just hate that. I hate that guy when they see me go past. He just enjoys this too much. And I want to get other people to feel that way too. There's more to learn. I'm new, but I'll say this because I think Natan wanted us to say something catchy at the end. What I tell people all the time is, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Ooh,
that's all I got.
I like that. Well done, Sid. Good job, man. Wow. All right. May I say, in case we haven't seen, Kathleen has joined us. Would you like to be able to come and join and give us a minute of you and who you are and where you come, who you serve, how you serve them, and then maybe an insight?
Okay, my name is Kathleen Fors, and I live here in Carbondale, Colorado. And I was on a journey for like 40 years to heal my emotions. I had, all sorts of abuse as a child. And I overcame a 22-year binge eating disorder. And I also had a 5-year serious inflammation illness that I overcame. And I have a little bit different take on things, because when I was sick with my 5-year inflammation, I was eating organic, I was exercising as much as I could. The inflammation restricted my movement, but my expertise is behavioral change. And what I can do for people is fast emotional healing. And it's all about healing the childhood trauma, which is where most people create their belief system. And I'm sure a lot of people have, there's tens of dozens, hundreds of books on the belief system and how it controls your thinking, your thoughts, your actions, and your results. So my life, even though I was ambitious, even though I did great at work, I literally had weak boundaries. And when I was 3 years old, I had a tantrum because I wanted to be picked up by a mother who was not really available and who she was quite angry and so on. So I had this tantrum, and this one event, I created probably, 8 or 10 very sabotaging beliefs that controlled the rest of my life. So I spent 40 years and probably, $200,000 taking classes getting coaching certifications.
Therapy is expensive, eh?
I spent every single penny on trying to heal myself because I had
Yeah.
this incredible pain in my gut.
Yep.
So I took all this training, and when I got sick with the inflammation, about the fourth year, I took theta healing, and then I liked it so much, then I healed myself, even though I'd spent like $30,000 or $40,000 going to naturopaths. You know, my diet was super clean,
Okay.
but I was still in pain because of the lack of boundaries and allowing people to step on me and take advantage of me. But I'm trying to make this long, but I mean, short,
Thank you.
trying to change me, is my take on health
Okay.
is the emotional aspect.
Mm,
Because too much anger or suppressing your emotions, both of those things can cause all sorts of physical problems.
I'm with you.
And I have a book here, Messages from the Body. It's 700 pages, and in there it has every physical problem you could think of. I mean, everything from an earache to a pain in your toe.
I love
And
it. Give us
and
your
it-
insight.
and it's your physical is related to your emotional.
Yep. I agree.
And so what I'm the proudest of is that I have my goal is obviously to help people like I've helped myself. At 76, my husband and I compete in golf, nationally, golf, tennis, and pickleball.
Right on.
And in our age group, we usually are a winner or in the first top three. I'm in 75 and over. And we've got a whole stack of trophies everywhere. And this has all happened in the last 6 years because I didn't play tennis or do any sports for almost 20 years.
Okay.
So what I'm the most proud of and what my mission in life is to transform therapy, coaching, and healing, because the system that I have developed is unique and it's unlike anything else, and it gets fast results.
Kathleen, I love it. I got to move and go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No worries. You're doing great. It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, this is an incredible group, and we're about to get into some very, very cool stuff. You know what? Just to round out the party, if anyone's curious about my background, I will pop into the 4A. I've been an elite energy coach for about 30 years now. I've had about 15,000 people go through my hands. I started at Cirque du Soleil. I worked with Olympians, national sports teams. I never would have come online if it wasn't for COVID. I was good offline. And I didn't want to make cat videos, so the only other choice was to become a coach. And here I was going, oh my goodness, I feel really dumb. I'm trying to make MailChimp and Squarespace not disconnect randomly every 6 hours. I have education, I have experience, I have expertise, but the tech bothered me. The marketing bothered me. Every time that I thought I was doing the right thing, the marketing message was, oh, you're doing last week's marketing. You don't know about this week's marketing. That's why it's not working. And I'm like, So I felt bad and taken advantage of, and I felt dirty. And when I started the Essential Academy back in June 2020, I wanted to have a private, not-for-profit, invitation-only educational community so that people like Sid and people like Rico and people like Denise could come and join us. The coaches, the healers, the therapists, the people that we could shine their message and their light even brighter and have them reach an even bigger audience globally, but in the right way. And that's all who we wanted to serve and help. So I'll put Rico's contact info in the chat right now. And I'll put mine in a second. And in the meantime, let me ask the next question. Where we're looking at and where we're focusing on getting everybody to that next level of health. If we had to give one and only one, not description, but one tip for health. And I'll go first. I'm going to give an anxiety buster. This is something that I've done probably about 40, 50,000 times by now. It's something that connects your breathing to your pulse and to your thinking. And as soon as we combine mental, physical, and emotional, now you're starting to get a pulse. In this concept, I want you to think about breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. That's the physical. Mentally, I want you to count to 3 because you're going to be keeping track of your pulse. And as you keep track of your pulse, if you're very excited, if you're very anxious, if you're really nervous right now, this will happen very quickly because 3 beats of your pulse is very quick. If you're calm and relaxed, this will happen very slowly. This is a biofeedback breathing exercise that I created about 30 years ago. And what it'll do is, if you have any level of anxiety, if you have any level of trepidation, this squashes it, probably within about 45 seconds. So, would everybody be okay to humor me and take a quick exercise?
Sure.
Awesome. Find your pulse. Do it on your neck, do it on your wrist. Once you feel and find your pulse, wonderful. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, close your eyes. Okay. Breathe in. Count to 3 beats of your pulse. Hold 3 beats of your pulse. Exhale 3 beats of your pulse. Hold 3 beats of your pulse. Repeat. One more time. And open your eyes. Do you feel more calm, more centered, more focused? That is the fastest way that I've ever found to be able to do that. I have Olympians that are about to go jump off a 21-meter diving board that looks like a cliff, and they're freaking out. And I'm like, just do the deep breathing. This is what we do. Do the deep breathing. So let me open up the conversation now. We have so many people here that are in the space of health and can offer incredible wisdom. We have so many people here that are in the space of seeking that health wisdom. Let's connect that. This was me giving my first exercise, seeing who that could help, who that could serve. I'd like to start this over with Rico. I'd like him to give us an exercise, something that we can do, something that we can service on our end. And we'll go around the table.
Well, first of all, Natan, I definitely noticed that your pulse slows down. After doing that, my pulse slowed down. So yeah, that was really cool. That was definitely excellent.
Thank you.
And I want to also say, yeah, our breath is it's the best tool that we have for health. You know, if you're anxious or you're feeling stressed, if you just do like your exercise, or even just take some nice, slow, deep breaths, you can calm yourself down. And on the other hand, if you're feeling a little too busy and too excited and too energized, just you can also, well, I said it the wrong way around. I guess, yeah. If you need to energize yourself, you take some deep, like, so your breath can both energize you and it also can relax you and slow you down. And what I want to offer is similar to what you offered. It's called heart-brain coherence. Maybe some people here have heard about that. There's a company here in Northern California called Heart Math. I highly recommend you all check that out if you haven't heard about it. But they've been able to, using all the latest technology, they've been able to measure the electromagnetic fields that come out of the heart and also the electromagnetic fields that come out of your brain. And what they found out that our heart actually gives off maybe something like, I think 100 times more electromagnetic fields and frequencies than our brain does.
Yeah.
So heart-brain coherence is about connecting your heart with your brain, because it's our brain that all these negative thoughts we're always worrying, all these worries we have in our brain. And so we're creating disruptive, unharmonized brain waves that affect our physiology. And so, but if you go into your heart, just like Natanja, in fact, that would be a good way to start to do your exercise. And then just go into your heart and just think thoughts of gratitude or of kindness or of love.
And
that's going to start sending these really beautiful, calm electromagnetic fields to your brain. It's going to reorganize your brain waves, and then your brain can send those messages to your body and can heal your body. So that's called heart-brain coherence. And I do that every day, and it just takes a few minutes to do that.
Oh, that is good. So if you haven't seen Rico's contact info and their book a time with him, grab how to do that, because that sounds cool. I'm going to have some of that too. Denise, let me lean on you. Pop in with something cool and a tip on your side.
I have two that I'm thinking of. One of them is more physical, and the other one actually goes along with what Rico was just saying. And it's that understanding, you know, what the sage brain what our sage brain is, and our saboteur brain, which is kind of that brain that's always telling us that we're not good enough, you know, why us, why we're not smart enough. And just the being able to look at a situation and to find a gift or opportunity in it. That can absolutely change your mindset when it comes to your diet, your career, your relationships, no matter what's happening. And very often it's hard to see when you're in the middle of a situation what a gift or opportunity may be. But it really is important to be able to step back when you're in a situation or after a situation, whether it's a conversation, an argument, or just a circumstance we may be in, and to look at it as, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? So very much it combines the concept of positive thoughts, gratitude, to really looking at things to that next level. Okay, so this is what happened to me. What can I learn from it? How can I grow?
I like that. Thank you. That's beautiful. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Sid, let me lean on you. Do you have a little something guidance, a little extra something that you could add to this?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I guess so many times people are looking for the shiny object or the quick fix or the miracle answer. So when people ask me questions about how they can get started or how they can address food cravings or why they're working out 6 days a week and they're not seeing improvements and all of these things, we can talk about nutrition and recovery as opposed to exercise, because there's challenge and then there's recovery and adaptation and balancing that out. But I always ask people, how are you sleeping? Your sleep hygiene. You can just imagine that those hours of deep sleep and REM sleep, that's where your brain is recharging. The actual glymph fluid is flushing out metabolic and other toxins. So if you don't have regular sleep, for example, you'll be foggy in the morning mentally because your brain really hasn't done its job. I tell men all the time, especially men over 30 and even younger now, that if you want to maximize your testosterone and your hormonal balance, you need to have consistent deep sleep. We're talking 7+ hours a night. Try to have a sleep schedule, because it's during those deep sleep hours that your body releases testosterone. So if you want to revive that, sure, you can take a pill and you can take ginseng and all that, but I'd probably start with sleep. Because that's something you can address from the side without having to, forcefully, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to take an injection or take a pill. So I guess I'll just add that to the conversation. How are we sleeping? I'll leave it there.
Big deal, man. That's a huge deal. I'd watched a video with these, I don't know why I keep watching these bodybuilder videos, but there was this one and this guy was like, I tried keeping up with Arnold Schwarzenegger's routine. And he worked out every single day, and there was no chance for my muscles to rest. And without rest, there's no chance for them to grow or repair or heal or get bigger, which is the whole point of doing the exercise for those people in the first place. And for this guy, he was like, I couldn't do it. I needed to work out half of the pace. And then I had enough time for my body to heal, recover, grow. And I think that's not just on a physical level. I think emotionally, we need time to heal, recover, and grow. That's beautiful. Awesome. 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 David, would you like to add to that?
Yes, I would. I've identified what I call 9 simple golden rules for living a healthy life. And golden rule number 1 is to drink an adequate amount of pure water, because our bodies are 60 to 70% water. It's not soda, diet soda, fruit juices, fruit flavored beverages, or milk. Also, 75% of the US population is chronically dehydrated. There's a direct correlation to 72% of the US population being overweight, because a lot of times when people think they're thirsty or they're hungry, they're actually thirsty. So water is the most important thing you can put in your body. Also, water acts as an appetite suppressant, rehydrates us, and you don't need all those appetite suppressants that are chemicals and drugs.
I like that.
One other thing, when I talk about pure water, depending on who you ask, one expert will tell you distilled water is the best. Another will say spring water of high quality is the best. And a third will tell you reverse osmosis of a 6-stage filtering system is best. So I leave it up to the individual to determine what is best for them, because everybody has different tastes, different budgets. And if they don't like the taste of water, they can always add some fruits and berries for flavoring.
Well done. Let me do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me open up a quick breakout room. And it is open. Pop in, talk amongst yourselves, share some best practices, see what you want to do. And if there's anyone there that serves you and helps you and wants to be with you, connect. We'll be right back.